2, 1.
And it's game time. 2K4 CTF, another pug. Map number 2. We're doing virility now. And we just saw Chrome for the first time in a while. This is going to be the exact opposite of Chrome. These flags are going to be moving constantly. You're going to see them off the stand a lot. You're going to see them across mid a lot. The trick is going to be who can win the flag standoffs, who can time their returns, and more often on this map, I should say, who can cover their flag stand while their carrier is trying to make their way back into their own base. This is one of those maps you really can't afford to push defenders up front too far forward, because it's so easy to sneak into the base and get the flag off the stand. So you see PB coming in here, 30 health, he can't quite make it to his base. Arc with a nice pickup is going to try to pitch it right up to his flag. Doesn't get there in time though. He does make the jump. They are going to get that return, I think. But he's going to go down, so you get the return, but then Fusion able to jump in and get the return for himself. Coolspot ready to cherry pick this flag, get it moving immediately. Can't get it away though. Red team defense is already back in position. Fusion pistoning back into his own base. Again, we're seeing these flags moving non-stop. However, going down, can't quite get back to base, and yeah, we're already seeing some fast and furious grabs getting across the map constantly for both teams. One way or another, someone's going to either need to get a lucky timed return here, or they're going to need to start playing a little more defensively, because neither team's having any trouble getting these flags across. But once you get back to your base, you need someone to clean it out. We're going to watch PB as he gets a double kill. There he goes, running himself across the map. Going to eventually go down. Looks like blue flag gets picked up by Dray. No, it doesn't. There we go. He gets picked up by Fusion. He's running back into his base. Gives a little bit of cover there. Down to 8 health, but his flag is back. However, he's can pretty much count on blue being in between him and his stand. Need them to take out Blimpo. Need them to clear out that base. The entire blue team's in the base. Jesse's still bouncing around. Fusion just misses that pickup though, so that's going back. Blimpo with the amp. Gonna try to cover himself a little bit. Knows that if he can kill the red team on the way back to his stand, he's gonna get this cap. And there he goes. Basically a rebound cap there. This is one of those maps where you can actually outrun the defense back to your flag stand if you're careful. It's exactly what happened here. The entire red team was stuck in their own base as they were trying to fight over that flag stand, or over their own flag stand. Team got their return. Blimpo grabbed and knew he had a chance to outrun them across the map, and just did it. See Fusion now trying to piston to a stand. They get a grab off just in time, gets the return. However, he falls off the stand, can't piston back up. Minigun return, and sometimes it's just that close. Coolspot going down real fast. So you're going to see PB now, a little bit of cover, but 3 red all over him. Probably not going to get very far. They're going to get a pickup here. No, they're not even going to bother. They're just going to try to deathmatch the D a little bit and wait for someone else to come grab. Not seeing anyone on the amp yet. Not sure what the exact timing of it was. Looks like they're fighting over it though. Blimpo certainly thinks it's coming up. And there we go. Let's cover Blimpo with that amp and see what we can do here. Already down to 70 health. Nice amped headshot coming out though. With such a wide open middle area, an amp can make a huge difference here. As you can see, he's just poking his head in and just shooting any red that he can see, just being as disruptive as possible. Don't even have to be up close to the flag carrier or to either flag to make a big difference in mid with this amp. He's on a spree now, but his team unfortunately hasn't been able to sneak in and get a grab to really make that relevant. So he's going to back up and see if he can get his own flag back under control. Going to wait for that 100 armor and see if he can push forward with that. Meanwhile, I see red 100 armor up. It looks like they may not have timing on that. That's a problem for them, because if the other team gets timing on the 100 armor, which is in this corner of base over here, that can be a huge detriment to your own defensive capabilities. PB going out this left side. That shock exit. It's a little bit more protected. It gives you a nice break from the line of sight of the defense. However, it is a little bit slower, so it does give them a chance to sneak up. You see blue trying to push out their defense to get their flag in that door. They are in the base. Coolspot has enough health. He can piston back to his flag stand from wherever he needs to in base. This flag comes back. He's going to try to get to it. Doesn't quite get there in time. A last second grab by Fro. Arc is on his stand. He's trying to just survive now. Looks like Fro is just hiding under their stand. Nobody either saw him or nobody's going after him, as he is all alone here going, I hope nobody sees me. I hope nobody sees me. It looks like nobody saw him. He's going to waltz across mid now. Not sure how everybody missed that. He's completely going across mid. If they can get this return, and they do, PB was the last line of defense. Coolspot, though, able to prolong it. But if they can get this return, this is going to be a cap. Denied on the stand. A return with 2 feet away from the stand. Fro almost walks his way across mid on a nice little ninja run. You don't see that very often. Instead, now Blimpo's got the flag. Grab the keg and get back into his own base. But nobody there to cover him. He's going to need a real fast backup plan here because he's got no way to get back to the stand. He takes out one, takes out the other. Nice double kill, but there's a third in his way. Neo not even grabbing the flag, just opting to try to take out Blimpo. He's going to have to grab eventually. There he goes. Blimpo not able to finish this off by himself. Where are his teammates? He's all alone in his own base with both flags there. Maybe they just don't know where the flag is because now we've got red. There you see Blimpo calling out exactly what we saw there, wondering where his team was there. Maybe they were fighting over a power-up, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, both flags get reset. Fusion pushing across mid. He goes down. That flag gets reset. Let's take a look at the scoreboard real quick. See, Amp up now. I don't know if someone just missed it or if that's a little networking glitch there. I'm certainly seeing Amp up on my screen. Nope, someone just barely missed it there. Not sure who that was, but now you see, I believe that was Fusion coming out. Well, it looks like he got taken out, so Amp won't be relevant in play here, but it looks like both teams are going to have a pretty good timing on it, so the next one should be picked up a little quicker. Let's get a look at Neo trying to defend on this map. This is one of those maps where you can't really count on keeping your flag home very long, but you can just try to do as much damage as possible to the enemy attackers coming in, so that once they get to mid, you can cut them off. You can cut them off fairly easily. Because they're not going to come in too stacked, and that's really what you're hoping for. He's going to have to play catch-up now. Now his teammate gets that return. Going to respawn, jump right down in front. Hoping he can cut off the flag carrier here as they're going to go out shock. And you're going to see how easy it is to cut off that shock route. Like I said, it blocks the line of sight from the defenders quickly, but it also gives them a chance to cut off your flag route very easily if they're in front of you. So you have some nice cover, shooting Neo from behind. That's what you want your cover to do, to give the defenders no option but to turn around and try to defend themselves as your flag hero runs away. Coolspot getting back to base. He sees a lot of red taking it over, though. He's going to go back out to mid, get some health. You definitely want to be able to piston jump back to your base once you get back in there. Lino in the same position, very low in health. He doesn't even have enough health to piston, so he's going to need some help. He's probably going to need a pickup here as he's down to 12 health. Any shard of anything is going to kill him as he gets right back up on the pillar, and just in time. That return perfectly timed. He jumps to it and ties the game up. That was either really good communication or really nice lucky timing there by Lino, as he could not have pistoned to his base. That was the only way for him to get to his stand quickly, and he does it just in the nick of time, right as they return that flag. So either very nice coordination or a very fortunate decision by Lino there. Either way, works out for Red as they tie it up. Not even the halfway point of this game yet, but this is a very low scoring game. This map can actually be fairly low scoring because of the fact that it's so hard to get this flag actually back to your stand. Alright, now going to try to do a rebound cap. Oh, gets there just in time. Or excuse me, I believe that was Fro, got there just in time to get that last second grab, and that gets returned. Going to go down in mid, nothing really happening on that flag run, but able to save the go-ahead cap there at the very last second. Lino trying an elaborate jump, gets headshotted from the back though. Josh is on a rampage here. Go ahead and give him a little bit of face time. It'll probably end his spree right as I do that. Looks like he's playing sort of a roaming defensive role for Blue. Given that it's only a 1-1 game, both defenses doing an effective enough job of chasing down the flag carrier and really cutting them off. There you go, into that spree. Jesse, aka Lino, just got this keg though, so he's going to run in and probably get a quick grab and try to piston out, but he's already negated, so that keg no longer in play. Let's go ahead and check out what Blimpo does. Well, he dies a quick crispy death there. Lino going to go ahead and grab with 41 health. He's going to get a little bit of health. Got some cover on him though. He's going to look back, see if that enemy 100's up. Probably wait for it for a few seconds. He might as well. You figure he's got cover. The enemy team he figured was mostly in mid. That not the case, as the blue team knew what he was doing, came in there and swarmed him. And that's the risk you take jumping into that little alcove. You might get lucky and pick up 100 armor, or you might get a couple flat balls to the face that you just can't even avoid. Neo now looking real stacked on defense over here. So both defenders, or both, excuse me, team defenses looking like they're settling in pretty tight. Neo back here on the red flag. Looks like what they're kind of doing is playing one defender right on this sort of ledge leading up to the flag, and then another defender sort of roaming around covering the other various entrances. And it looks like if I were to wager a guess, I would say that these flag defenders are going to be the ones responsible for dropping back and keeping the flag stand clear as their carrier runs in, while the other defender will push up and try to guard the front of the base as they try to push through with their cover. Not much pressure being applied to the red flag though. However, they do lose that cap at the very last second. Looks like blue was entirely distracted by trying to kill that flag here, and they just barely got the job done there. From the other team, I noticed that, and I push that defender for even further forward into mid, because if they're only going to push one attacker to try to pull your flag whenever you're coming in for a cap, you might as well just keep one person on that flag stand and just spam it with rockets or something. Be interesting to see if they try that now after seeing that last lack of pressure. Dray now, you're seeing him grabbing that 100 armor, probably waiting for this amp. Not sure if he knows the timing or not. He seems to be the forward defender for red right now. See, about 8 minutes left, tie game. Neither team wants to give up anything right now. It's not a super easy map to defend, even if you drop an extra guy or two back, but given how quickly you can get caught up behind the flag carrier in this map, neither team wants to give any kind of quality grabs to the other one. Thought I saw an amp coming in. Certainly Coolspot going to grab with some health and armor. Going to try to do a nice jump up to the high mid, or to the high exit towards mid, but gets taken out there. Lino going to grab and go straight out low. He's kind of stacked. He's going to take this lift. See if he can avoid all these combos coming in. He breaks line of sight, gets across the map, but of course blue just ready for that cutoff. Fro with just 100 health, no armor coming out. Going to try to cover himself. Does a pretty solid job. Lino able to get that pickup. He's got 25 armor. He's going to get back into his base. He can piston straight to his stand, and the D does a great job of sealing off the base right there. So you see what happened there was Lino got a really timely pickup, had full health and some armor, so he had plenty of time and plenty of resources to be able to piston himself right back to that stand. And blue, like we saw, was kind of focused more on getting the return and didn't send anyone up front to get that quick grab. They did have one person transing in, but then they got taken out because there were 3 or 4 red just sitting there for it. So if you're blue, you need to be a little more focused on being aggressive, I think, in that situation. And if you're red, I mean, I think you see that and you know that you can exploit that, because if you can catch your flag carrier on the way back in base and send 3 people up front to guard those entrances, you're in good shape. As you see Blimpo here waiting for a cherry pick. Ready to go, going to try to take it the opposite direction. Not a great map for cherry picking. You're not going to confuse the defense exactly, but it will give you a free pass basically out to mid. Unfortunately, doesn't really do him any good, as you see Lino able to get another one across. So 3-1 now with 6 minutes left. What was a really, really tight defensive game now, all of a sudden red able to push a couple across. Judging by the net discrepancy, it looks like red is winning these little individual battles, be it over flags or just in general in mid, trying to do cover versus cover. You see a lot of flag carriers passing each other in this map since the flags are gone so often, and it's such a relatively small area in mid, and a lot of times whoever can win those little fights where everyone just kind of meets head on in sort of a mosh pit, a lot of times that's going to be the difference between which side of the map that those flags end up on. Go ahead and check that amp. Not sure what the timing is on that. Looks empty at the moment. Blue flag looking pretty empty. Let's go check red flag now. This is the one that's going to need to move if we're going to see a close game. Dray playing this shield gun D on the flag It can be very effective if you have a team that's just trying to translocate right in onto the flag and get a quick grab. They're just going to die instantly if they don't telefrag you.
5 minutes.
However, you see Coolspot coming out. Got armor and some health. He's going to use that lift to separate himself from the D a little bit, but he's getting pummeled from all sides now by the red defenders. Arc going to be able to get into his base though. He can piston straight up to his stand if he has the cover. He does do it. A nice little, but he gets LG'd right on the stand. No one can get up there to get this return. Finally, Fro or whoever was on Fred able to get that return as Coolspot sits there, gets an ultra kill out of the deal, but not able to get the kill that mattered. He got those kills right after the end. There you go. Coolspot commenting. He won the internets, but he didn't win. He didn't win the game. So PB dancing around, trying to double back, maybe catch the D a little bit out of position. As you know, Fusion's run across the map. They did get that return. He sneaks around behind the red team. They didn't seem to see him. Dray knows where he's at now. He's going to tell everybody. PB now, he can get back to his flag stand, but he's going to need some cover. All the red are going to be in the blue base. We've effectively got a team deathmatch fight right in the base. See Lino getting that return. Neo, meanwhile, completely untouched. Looks like red caught blue sleeping a little bit. Blue was entirely focused on cover that time. Kind of the opposite of what we'd seen before. There was nobody pushed ahead to try to get that grab. So there you go. 4-1 game, 3 minutes left. Not looking good for blue. Despite, Blimpo and Josh doing their part as far as fragging goes. Looks like they've really just haven't been able to put the timing together. They've been getting the flags across the map a lot. We saw the rebound cap come out. I mean, we've seen, really just a matter of them being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and we've seen red able to get timely returns and then pretty much solo run their way across the map, and I think that was really the difference here. Looks like people might be voting up a tiebreaker now. And Grindle Keep, not a bad tiebreaker map. It's kind of a middle ground between these two maps, between one where the flag is really exposed and easy to grab, and one where it's a little tight. We'll see what happens though. Some people might have to go. It's getting a little bit late. So we'll just finish up this game right here and then see what happens. 2.5 minutes left. Good time to go ahead and check the stats. See Blimpo with 6 headshots there, coming in with some nice stats there. Grabbing 6 of the double damages. And a double kill right on top of that. Let's go ahead and go first person on him, see what he can do with it. He's going to go molest the red D, but goes down pretty quickly there.
2 minutes.
Maybe 6 double damages for him. And that's probably going to be the majority of them in the game. Once again, we're not going to be able to see who's grabbing these kegs. But certainly double damages went to Blimpo. 100 armor is going to see a lot of for the offensive players. Typically what will happen is the one that's in base, or is in a given team's base, it's going to be left for the offense on the way out. However, it will be grabbed by defense, so really doesn't tell the whole story one way or the other, because it doesn't necessarily imply whether a team was stealing the other teams or just taking theirs. Minute left now. Flip through a couple different players, see what happens here. You see Dray just throwing anything he can in every direction. Maybe trying to pad his stats, get a couple more kills here. Both teams playing to the very end, though. Neither of these maps was particularly close. We definitely had some garbage time, but you didn't see either team completely giving up. I mean, they still running in, still grabbing the flags, still defending, still getting kills. See Dray with his patented shield gun primary. Good note to end on for him. Giving up 1 kill on this map is a pretty good showing. Down to 33 seconds. We'll be curious to see if we play another map. There's already been some other people getting ready to pug up next, so we might even see a 4th straight pug if this does not see a tiebreaker map. It's getting kind of late, but hey, we'll see what people have to do on a Saturday night.
10, 9, 8.
So the team's starting to leave. Looks like we're not going to see a tiebreaker. What I'm guessing is they were talked it over and probably some people had to leave early, but there you go. Two maps pretty much dominated from the beginning to end. However, they were complete opposite styles of maps, so kind of interesting to see that contrast. And we'll see if we can manage a fourth pug on the night.